All right, so here we are. We've added me saying hello, and we could have typed some stuff in here as well if you wanted to. Again, it just comes down to playing around. We have editing on, and so now I'm just gonna move down to the announcements right now. If you wanted to name it something else, you can. Um, I would definitely not delete this. It is a very handy feature to have instead of having to type in all your student emails or something like that. If you've used Google Classroom, you have to click into people, click the list, and then you bring up the email. This is you literally come in, you will click here, type add a topic, and I'll show you very fast. You would put in your subject, you would put in your message, you could add anything you wanted, and this is the key here down here is see how this says send form with no editing time delay. So in every Moodle post, because there might be a time where you say something out of passion or anger or whatever, they give you 30 minutes to edit it before it notifies everybody who is subscribed to it. So you have time in case you go, ooh, or you hit post like I would and find typos, you can get rid of that. You'll notice here that this subscription, once you post, you get a subscription, and that subscription means that you will get emails. This one, because it's announcements, is you can't uncheck it. But in other ones, and I'll show you, you will be able to uncheck it. So that's how you would post an announcement and email to everybody. If you wanted to change, and now you're going to see some of the moving around here, I want to go back to the welcome section. If I wanted to change anything else in the announcements, I would click on the edit button, edit settings, and now I can see I can put in a little blurb about what's going on. I could make that show up on the course page, which is where we were at. And I can do all these other things. We'll get into all these other things in a different video for now, or maybe just a little bit later. But we have all these options on different pieces, and you can read all these. We got attachment and word count, subscription tracking. Subscription tracking basically lets you know when you've read something or you haven't read something, and all these other ones. There's a lot to this, so I'm trying to go as fast, slow, medium pace as I can. If you need to rewind, come back, watch it again. Okay. So if you want to, you can change all those. Let's see here, subscription and tracking. See how it says for subscription? If you don't want people to have to have a subscription, then you could actually change it. I would not change it for the announcements because you know then that those students always get that email. Okay, I'm going to hit cancel. So now, let's say we want to make just like in the remote learning course, we had a start here. A start here was actually just what is a different activity. So now we're going to add something. So we go to this. So when we go here, this is all the activities and resources that you can get in Moodle. Activities are something that students interact with, okay? Resources are things that students read or they're not interacting with them at all. This is going to force the student to have to do something up at the top here. This is not. The nice thing is if you're like, well, I don't know what these things are, you just click on them and it gives you a summary down the side. Okay, so it's a very nice feature. You can go through and read all of them. I'm not going to do that in this video. In the interest of time, I'm going to try to move along. So the first one we're going to do is a resource. We'll get into the activities in just a little bit. So a resource is we're going to say, okay, I want to make a page. A page is like a web page. It's an extra page for this. Okay, so when I do this, I'm going to make a start here page. You could make it an introduction of yourself page, like this is all about me, and then type out a little web page about yourself. So again, you're going to notice it looks very similar every time. The one thing I will tell you is always be aware that see these red things, this is what you have to fill out. The description doesn't have to be filled out. So you don't have to have that, but if you want to have a little blurb of what's on it, on the course page, you can click here and then it would show whatever is typed out there. So the content is the web page. So this is where you would type stuff out. Again, you can add pictures, you could add videos. So if you wanted to just add a video of yourself talking, you could do that right here. Let's say, for example, I wanted to do that. All I would have to do is I would click inside the box. Here's my video button. I would click this, and this is, you're not going to see this now. I'm going to go to a different page and get a video URL here. And I'm going to come back, and I am going to say it's a video, and I'm going to post the link, and I am going to insert media. So now it's going to insert it, and it's there. It's not going to play or anything, and if I want to make it centered, I can center it. And when I hit save, I'll hit save and display so I can see what it would look like. Here's my video. There's where it is. Start here. Okay. If I wanted to edit it, this is the beauty of some of the new parts of Moodle is I can just go back into edit settings of this thing, and I'm back into where I was. Now the other parts to this are you can make the page do different things. The biggest one here is this restrict access and this activity completion. Restrict access means that this won't show up, and you're going to notice this in the remote learning course or module 2 or unit 2 that you're seeing, is things aren't showing up until you go in. So you can restrict access by adding, they have to have done, let's say they have to have looked at the announcements. So you could sit there and you can make it by date, grade, however you want. I don't have something in there where they have something else marked as done. Activity completion, this is where you set up how we mark that this activity was done. So like you want to make sure they look at this page, at least look at it. So you can say student activity as completed when conditions are met, and the student must view this activity to complete it. So once they view it, they've completed it and it's done. And you can give an expectation day of completion. So if you save and return to course, you're going to notice some things here. And that is this little checkbox system over here. So all along the bottom right, if you've turned on activity completion for different things, you're going to get these checkboxes. If you don't mark them, but you want them to be able to say they did it themselves, they will be there too, and they have to check them off themselves. I think that's where we're going to be done for now. We'll get more into this on how to do the rest of the things in the next video.